In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehudah, Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. And Yahuah gave Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehudah, into his hand, with some of the utensils of the house of Elohim, which he brought to the land of Shinar, to the house of his mighty one. And he brought the utensils into the treasure house of his mighty one. And the sovereign said to Ashpenaz, the chief of his eunuchs, to bring some of the children of Yisrael, and some of the sovereign's descendants, and some of the nobles, young men in whom there was no blemish, but good-looking, having insight in all wisdom, having knowledge and understanding learning, capable to stand in the sovereign's palace, and to teach them the writing and speech of the Kasdim. And the sovereign appointed for them a daily ration of the sovereign's food, and of the wine which he drank, and 3 years of training for them, so that at the end thereof they should stand before the sovereign. Now among them were from the sons of Yehudah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. And the chief of the eunuchs gave them names. For he called Daniel Belteshazzar, and Hananiah Shadrach, and Mishael Meshach, and Azariah Abednego. But Daniel laid it upon his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the sovereign's food, nor with the wine which he drank. So he asked permission from the chief of the eunuchs not to defile himself. And Elohim granted Daniel loving commitment and compassion from the chief of the eunuchs. But the chief of the eunuchs said to Daniel, I fear my master the sovereign, who has appointed your food and drink. For why should he see your faces looking worse than the young men who are your age? Then you would make my head guilty before the sovereign. And Daniel said to the overseer, whom the chief of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, Please try your servants for 10 days, and let them give us vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then let our appearances be examined before you, and the appearances of the young men who eat the portion of the sovereign's food, and do with your servants as you see fit. And he listened to them in this matter, and tried them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, their appearances looked better and fatter in flesh than all the young men who ate the portion of the sovereign's food. And it came to be that the overseer took away their portion of food and the wine they were to drink, and gave them vegetables. As for these 4 young men, Elohim gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. And at the end of the days, when the sovereign had said that they should be brought in, the chief of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. And the sovereign spoke with them, and none among them all were found like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. So they stood before the sovereign. And in any word of wisdom and understanding about which the sovereign examined them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians, the astrologers, who were in all his reign. And Daniel continued until the 1st year of sovereign Koresh,